guys are so funny. You're trying to get me to do this stupid shit. And
she just whispered, "I'm a bad bitch" for anyone who didn't hear. Stop. 420.
I'm lit at Disney.
And the kids asleep in the bath.
There we go. A ball sack station. That's what a business owner looks like.
I forgot that I start.
That's okay.
I forgot the intro.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. We are Tattoo Homewreckers. My name is Lou, and I am joined today, like I am every single week, with my best friend, Callista.
Best friend.
We did different stuff there.
We did.
You guys are going to watch me. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to watch me put on nails. If you're just listening, it might be a little bit of ASMR.
They have it on Spotify, too.
Yeah, if you're doing a video, I'm putting on nails for the first portion of this.
Yes.
Because we have had a crazy week. We had our grand closing, and both of us had nails for the grand closing, and I was not able to put mine on.
Yeah, neither was I. So now,
and you just got yours on, half of them, while doing what?
Well, so I put on half of one hand's worth of nails, and then Lou was like, I can't be there for Lola. That's Lou's car getting sold. So I was like, that's okay, I got you. And Caboose was feeling anxious about it too. And, this is the spider thing. When more people in the room are anxious about something, I am able to just show up. And I appreciate that. So I think I wanted to call it the spider effect, the spider phenomenon.
Yeah, that's what, that's what I always say.
Yeah.
Is that it's the like, hey, I'm by myself.
I really need help with this.
Don't love a spider.
Yeah.
But if someone else is more afraid than I am, then I can handle said spider.
Exactly. So me and Caboose went down there. I had only one hand's worth of nails on while I shook these people's hands, said hello. They checked out Lola, which honestly, super sweet. It's such a fun, cute little family wanting to buy Lola. They're from Japan. And it was really sweet because they literally just got here. And what little Japanese I do know.
I'm so thankful for that. So thankful.
I knew that they really liked the car. They kept saying kawaii. I knew we were in the second that they opened the hood and the wife said sugoi. And I was like, okay, this is going really well. And what little Japanese I do know, again, she was telling her husband that, she likes the car, but, she thinks that we'll have to negotiate for it. And which I thought okay, great. I think we have an in, but obviously let them go and decide on their own. They're going to go look at cars. But we recently got a text message back and they do want the car and they're going to negotiate for it.
FYI, she says recently they've been gone for
15 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Yeah, they left and then immediately messaged and was like, I really like the car. Can you guys sell it for this price? And Lou was like, absolutely. And that family's super sweet, and it was cute, just talking to them about how we're moving to New Zealand soon, and it took them 3.5 years in order to come to the States.
Shit.
Yeah, crazy long period of time, but it was cute. So that's what I just did. Yeah. But anyways, the whole point of the episode is to recap exactly what happened on our grand closing. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're skipping so much.
What am I skipping?
What does your gender feel like today?
Oh, you're right.
I just glued my thumb and my finger together. Y'all are going to watch that happen a lot.
My gender today feels, very femme-mask. I feel very she-them today. I don't know. Something about the shirt and my construction pants. Both of these things, by the way. So the construction pants are from you, and the shirt was bought for me. And I don't know. I feel very I don't know. I'm in my feminine masculine era.
I love that.
Yeah, femme first.
It is one of my favorite eras that you go into.
I know. It just randomly happens.
Yeah.
Where I'll do a full face of makeup and then proceed to dress like a teenage boy, and it's one of my favorite things. So that's
you're
how
also
I'm feeling.
extra sassy during that time. Because you get physically sassy, so I walk by and you try to fight me.
It's I spoke to you the other day and I went, great. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I was telling Caboose about that, and I was like, I love when she's in that place. I was like, because that's the playfulness. Why is this one nail so long?
I don't know. I've noticed too when I put on press-ons that this shit is not lined up. My nails are A, not symmetrical, so they're naturally crooked, and B, some of them are much larger than the other one, the other corresponding nail.
Yeah, but this one just looks way longer.
I know, right? I feel like the index ones are way longer than the rest of them, but whatever.
Y'all are crazy.
What does your gender feel like today?
I am just riddled. Well, now I feel much better. And once they pick up Lola, I'll feel a lot better. But I was just riddled with anxiety. So, I don't know. It'll probably end up on some sort of vlog. But Caboose recorded me just stimming, like trying to run the anxiousness out of me, where I was just doing laps back and forward in the kitchen and living room. Because luckily I'm with someone who thinks that shit is hilarious and funny and cute. So he now just pulls out a camera because he has countless videos of me doing that. But yeah, I think I literally feel like anxiety. Somehow I feel like anxiety, but also kind of like joy and a little bit like sadness from inside out.
Oh, like all of them are running the show right now?
Yeah, like all three of them are like hitting the control board at the same time. So like anxiety is like, run. And then sadness is like, oh no, you have to get rid of Lola. That's sad. And then joy is like, this is wonderful. So like all of them are talking over each other in my brain.
Absolutely.
And so I don't feel like anything. I'm just really aware of what it looks like inside of my brain. Maybe I should watch Inside Out.
I feel like that would really help. You just glued your finger to
I'm going to repeatedly glue it because we have two different methods. Okay, let's talk about a couple things real fast.
Yes.
I would like
down.
Some replies. So anyone that can give replies, if you do nails, I want to know, are you a drop of glue or are you a flood the nail kind of glue? Because
I'm very sparse. I'm a drop.
Yeah. And then you got nails just popping off on rides.
Yes, 100%.
Popping off all over the place.
Again, it was a good ride when I make a sacrifice.
Sacrifices really easy though.
One time I went on a ride, my thong snapped. That was a wicked sacrifice.
I forgot which one that was.
Clenched my ass so hard, my thong fucking snapped.
It was so fucking funny.
It was the log one?
Yeah.
I think wasn't it at like Universal?
No, it's at Disney in Florida.
Disney in Florida. And that ride, because it was such a steep drop on a log and we got soaking wet, by the way. I literally snapped my fucking thong.
You snocked your thong.
Snocked my thong.
That one was a good one. I like that one. This one's
a flood the nail bed one.
Yeah. So then I get too much glue, but then my nails are on here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but you get like a ring of glue,
and they're on there for a minute, which is great. I'm personally really excited to go to New Zealand with fresh dews.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. Is nice our nails. Last day in LA, we're gonna get our hair done, so that way we are set and good to go.
Yeah, feeling confident, feeling good. I'm really excited to join a gym again.
Me too.
I recently just posted that I was really excited to drive on the other side of the road with my heartbeat running like a hummingbird's, because I don't know about you guys, but if I'm ever in a driving situation where I'm very anxious, so anytime I'm driving in snow, or really anytime I'm driving on the freeway in Reno on a bad day, because oh my fucking God, I've seen so many people like just fuck around. No one cares. My heart will beat so fucking fast. It literally feels like a hummingbird in my chest. And I'm actually really excited to experience that. I'm excited to be out of Reno.
Well, yeah, when you're not in like danger. I think that for me is the difference. Is like when you're driving, I just silent. We both looked like, oh.
I'm
like, wait, I think that's not even the nail I need.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different in Reno. Also, because like Hamilton doesn't have freeways.
Yeah, it doesn't have like
that's not like a daily commute. No. Like that's a very American thing.
I think the only time my heart might like that is when I'm biking and it's swooping season.
Yeah, I can't wait for.
I was like making jokes with people at the grand closing. I was like, okay, I'm scared about swooping season, but like, what if I just like have a helmet that like has a bird already attached to it, so it looks like I'm already getting swooped on?
Bitch. What?
Like, it's like a
let's
it's
go.
Like a backpack hot glued to my helmet. or
is that going to attract
chicken
more?
Nugget. It's going to be a chicken nugget. Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare swoop me! I will turn you into a nugget.
If a scarecrow works. You just put a scarecrow like bear or Barbie.
What if it does make them swoop on me more though?
I think it's worth testing. If you happen to know the answer of if we glue a bird on there that looks like it's
makes
already
it look
swooping,
like it's already swooping at me.
But then I feel like anyone who like sees you, like people that are riding by,
I don't give a fuck.
They're gonna fucking stop and be concerned for you.
They're gonna know me already. I mean, honestly, it seems like a small enough town, and I have like, well, again, we're pretty recognizable that they're gonna be like, what is on your helmet? I'm like, I'm afraid of the birds.
They're going to call you Swooping Girl.
Swooping Girl. I'm gonna be okay.
We're just going to attach. You're going to have a special jacket. So you're going to have one on your head and one on this shoulder. It's going to look like you're just the bird lady.
I'm already getting attacked.
I fucking love that. That's great. Yeah.
But
my plan is, if I haven't talked about it on here before, is just to befriend the birds. We have some fairly aggressive birds,
how many birds
in the back of the shop. What are you talking about?
I have not befriended those birds, by the way.
And that's why they're aggressive towards you.
I don't know how. Like, what am I supposed to do to them?
You talk to them.
Really? Just say hi?
I say hi. Every time I see them, I'm like, hi, friends. How are you doing?
Every time I see them, I'm like this.
Oh, my God. Imagine if someone did that to you. No wonder they don't like you.
That's true.
If you just put your hand up and acted like you're like, ew,
I didn't
gross.
See them. That's true. Maybe I'm
rude.
Maybe
you're the problem.
They're responding to the projection that I have.
Yeah, that you're being a fucking bitch for no reason.
I'm afraid of those little fucking raptors. What can I say?
They've done nothing to you. These nails seem so long right now.
Anyways, do you want to talk about the grand closing?
Yeah, you can start.
I will start. I accidentally shattered the plastic.
Oh, we're just starting there? So let's back up.
Let's back up to the morning of.
We will get to the happy portion of the grand closing.
Yes.
But the insanity of the week or two leading up to it, making merch.
If you guys have listened to us, you already know that we need to get through the real shit before we talk about how wonderful it was.
Yes.
So let's talk about the insanity of it. How many hours of sleep did you clock in?
3 or 4 a night.
A night, and 3 or 4 was the high end, by the way.
It was.
There was more than a few nights actually where you hit 1 or 2.
Well, yeah, but then one night I hit 6, so then it all evens out.
I'm pretty sure you've also told me that is not how that works.
I'm a sleep professional.
I'm a sleep professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that is 100% how it works. Yeah. So it's already. I just glued the fabric to my finger. I like that there's going to be somebody out there that knows nails. It's going to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
The most.
But back to the point. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with that morning, and I will give the warning that bar anything actually catastrophic happening, just like little things going wrong, everything that could go wrong in these silly little instances went wrong.
It was
so where we had planned, because when we do events where it's just the two of us, it's weird. Like when we have less help, it actually runs smoother. It's crazy. And I think it's just because then we don't have to delegate. So then we do everything on our own speed, and we don't really talk a whole bunch.
During event days?
Yeah, I already know what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do. Yeah. You pick up the stuff I can't do.
Mm-hmm. We check in. We check in with each other about hey, if there's something that you need to know, for example, hey, what time are you going to be here?
Mm-hmm.
Or what time, what do you have ready right now? What do you need to know?
Yeah. So, but otherwise, we
can't talk. We're so fucking busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're slammed.
We had planned on having a couple minutes beforehand, because the last event that was just the two of us, we got done an hour, ready an hour beforehand, and then we were just chilling, and we're all right, let's have a drink and just breathe for a second. Mm-hmm. And this was the fucking opposite. And it would have been fine if so much shit hadn't gone wrong. Dude, and take it away, bitch.
I will take it away. I actually should start. I don't think I've told you this actually, so this is the first time you've heard it on the podcast. I had to, every event that we do, I really enjoy doing the catering for. So I'm in charge of picking up stuff, and then also just doing the charcuterie boards, and then doing the rest of the hors d'oeuvres, because that's something I genuinely like to do. But then I realized, when I was prepping for the grand closing, oh my God, Callista, you have not actually done any of these recipes before. And one of the things that I am a confident cook. One of the things I'm not confident at is baking. And that was all of our fucking hors d'oeuvres, was baking. I was
I don't even think of those as baking. I don't think sausage rolls are baking.
But they are.
To me, unless it's a cake, it's not baking.
We've had this conversation before where the reason why I really enjoy cooking is because you can a lot of it is basically jazz. It's freestyle. You can take a recipe and make it your own. And a lot of it is on the spot, adjustments of okay, this is what I can do.
And that's why I'm not good at it, because I can't fucking do that.
No. And then, so basically, that's okay. No,
I just like that. Somebody was no, someone heard that and went, fuck,
damn,
dude.
bitch.
Yeah, but it's
so
true. And
with
I'm okay
baking,
with it.
it's obviously more of a rigid thing because like depending on how long it is in there for, or like what time, I don't know. There's just so much science.
Okay, let me just state real fast. I don't think it's rigid because baking for me feels like cooking for you.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's just different instruments. I'm so sorry. There's like fluff on my nose.
That's okay. This one does not do powder. It's just straight up fluff. I'm always afraid that people are going to think that because we're tattoo artists. So whenever I come back,
that we're doing. I thought you meant set. I was like, I was thinking about getting a powder puff for my face. Yeah, because I end up shiny, and I was like, man, I don't like being shiny. Like I want a matte finish that you can't see anything.
I was talking about a little something else. I
didn't realize you were talking about cocaine. I can just say the word. I don't know.
Right. It's our podcast. We're not monetized, so I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah.
Do they demonetize you for saying the word cocaine?
I think so.
Oh, well, that's fine. Whatever. I don't plan on ever making money off the podcast.
Period. Same.
But so you had to bake.
Brother, let me tell you what. There's nothing more stressful than realizing the day of. Oh, whoops. And I made, two of the things that I made was sausage rolls and...
Which were supposed to be mine, but just like Thanksgiving, I cooked nothing.
Yeah, I got you. You had some hopes and dreams, and that was totally fine, but I also knew, I'm like, you know what, this is not... I like, you were already doing so much for the shop. I was like, do you want me to just do it? Because I'm in the kitchen anyways.
Yeah. And, I was dying at the shop.
Yes.
But we'll get to what went wrong with me later.
Absolutely. So I did sausage rolls and chorizo puffs, both with phyllo pastry, and I've never worked with phyllo pastry before. So do you want to guess how many demos I did of the fucking the chorizo puffs?
Well, they were triangles, so I feel like that's a complicated... Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, that's a complicated shape, so I feel like a lot.
It wasn't too bad, but it definitely did take the same amount of time as it would have for me to fold each gyoza, each dumpling.
Okay.
So there was still a lot of folding. I had to go through 3 rounds of chorizo puffs to get the recipe right in order to make sure that it was fine. So I did like, I literally, it was so fucking dumb and I felt so stupid, but it was like 3 of each different way that I would have done the phyllo puffs. And then I finally settled on the last thing.
Can we... I know this is a little bit of a sidebar. Can we talk about why you would feel dumb never having done this and taking 3 tries to get good at it? Because they were delicious. I appreciate it. By the end of the night, they were fucking gone.
And they were vegan. And they were fucking vegan. So, you know what, y'all? I just want props for that.
Oh, let me add in. Also, the phyllo was vegan. So before someone's like, they typically use butter.
Isn't vegan? This brand of phyllo was vegan. So it was pretty dope. How to do that, and then the sausage rolls I got in my head, and because the filling was good, and I knew that I used my regular filling for meatballs, but I had to make sure, like my first round of sausage rolls, way too thin of phyllo. I was like, you're literally just eating a layer, like a little skin layer of phyllo with a meatball. Yeah, basically.
It's like a meatball with foreskin.
Translucent sausage rolls. And I was like, God damn it. So I had to like do a few more rounds of that. And so that was really stressful because I was like, oh, hee hee haha, that's so funny. I can't believe that I fucking did that. And then I ended up with only 10 minutes to shower. And then I had to go to the shop to meet our caterers.
Hey, you got to shower though. That's awesome. I did not get to shower.
That sucks. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it was on, I'm
about to end my day though. So I'm not going to name names, but one of my caterers was early. One of my caterers was a little bit late and also did not know which was which in terms of baked goods. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't want this to be a bashing thing. And then one of my caterers was an hour and a half late, to which I was fucking livid. And I really don't appreciate being put in a position where I have to mask up to pretend like everything's okay. I was livid.
Yeah. Rightfully so, though.
I can't present and I can't I can't do the damn thing when it comes to like, it's not just making food happen. It's meeting the caterers and then it's presenting it. So that way our guests are able to easily access it in a very like cute, like it looks good kind of way. I'm not just trying to serve people on paper plates. That's the thing. Period.
And on top of that, it means that I can't do my part, which is creating the labels for it. So then that compounded problems.
One of our caterers completely changed one of their item menu.
And then because they were so late and it was like the first person changed stuff completely meant that then I was like freaking out over the fact that I'm like, well, I can't do labels for the rest of them.
Right, because what if the rest of them are going to be fucked?
Yeah, so what if the rest of them change?
Yeah, and then one of our caterers again messed up, like didn't remember which was which, so I had to like eat one of their pastries in order to figure out, okay, so this whole batch is going to be this and this whole batch is this. But yeah, that was messed up, and I really didn't appreciate it because then it just meant that we ran even more late. I couldn't leave the studio until our last person got there as well to go get ice and like get the rest of the stuff ready. And I didn't put my makeup on until maybe 30 minutes before the event started.
Ooh, I don't even think it was 30 minutes. Because I was doing my makeup as people were coming in, and you had just finished. And then again, with the fucking zippers, I am going to go to a seamstress with your pants when we get to New Zealand and specifically request the type of zipper that I would like on it. Because again, like I thought we were clear when we went into the seamstress last time.
And we said, we don't like the zipper.
And we're like, hey, I need a more heavy duty zipper. I don't care if you can see the zipper. And then what did they do? What did they do? Give us a cheap ass zipper. So then.
Yeah, basically the same zipper.
Yeah.
But I paid like really good money.
It was a cheaper zipper than what was originally on there.
Dude, I paid really good money for them to like, you know, replace the zipper off of my clothes. It took us so long to fucking zip me up in my outfit. But that's where our story aligns. Oh, and then
oh no, you need to fill them in on the shattering.
So right before, so me and Lou met up and we were both at the shop getting stuff ready. I had pulled into the side of the building to unload the rest of what was in my car after our last caterer got there an hour and a half late. Again, I'm livid about that. Not naming names, but I will say I'm perfectly comfortable saying I was pissed off. But I had accidentally ran my car into our plastic, like, you know, garbage can.
Because I had put it right next to the shop where it typically isn't.
Yeah.
And like it's not typically in that spot, but because
but
I was like, oh, I'm gonna empty stuff much faster.
Yeah, we had a lot of trash going on, and it was efficient. And me being me, I was like, oh, I have enough space, it's totally fine. Ran my shit right into it. Said, oh god damn it, backed up, and I was worried that I had shattered the plastic garbage bin, but no, instead I just shattered the plastic of my my side view mirror, which was honestly hilarious at that point. Apparently, it sounded like I had ran into the side of the building.
I genuinely thought you had. I like was inside of the shop, heard the crash, and I was like, she just hit the building. Holy fuck. Because like there's this thing that happens, and look, I don't want any of your like weird juju-y shit at me, please. But I woke up that morning and I was like, one of us is gonna get in an accident. A caterer's not going to show up or be like, you know, basically not show up because we had a really specific time frame of when we wanted them there. And we had like lots of leniency with that. Like we had it earlier than we necessarily needed. But then like, yeah, it was a whole fucking thing. But I was like, the food's going to get fucked up. Someone here is going to get in a car accident and something bad's going to happen to the shop.
Yeah.
And all three of those things happened. Now, granted, thank God all of them happened on like micro amounts where the caterer did show up, but an hour and a half late. After, let me just be clear too, this is my part that I'm pissed off. After emailing and saying they were running 30 minutes late, they were still an additional hour late after that. So that's frustrating.
Oh my God, dude. I genuinely, like, I can't even put into words how mad I was.
Well, yeah, because it fucks the whole thing up. Because
you
then
fucked up my whole day, bro.
Yeah, I was there peeling off. And granted, this is like more compounding problems where like we laser cut like these specific like displays to put the food signs on. And I was like, perfect. That's like something I can just do day of. So that way I can see the food, know what needs to go where. And then it was like the time in which we were about to have it. And also, to be fair, we did do this event earlier than we typically do it. We don't typically do it at 5. So we moved it up about an hour. And that, like, that whole moving up an hour really fucked with me.
Totally.
But, like, you know, you hitting that, I genuinely thought you hit the building. So when I came out and just saw you hit the trash can, I was so relieved because it sounded like you hit the side of the building. And my brain was like, there's the car accident. We need to see. And then my brain was also in a place of like, luckily you can do brick and mortar and you can do cinder block. Like I've built cinder block before. We can fix this and I can color match paint. No one ever needs to know. This can be fixed on Sunday.
Yep.
But I was like in my brain, like, oh fuck, she's like totally like fucked up her car. And then when it was just that, like,
just the side view mirror.
Yeah, just the side view mirror, and honestly, just the cowl of the side view mirror. Then
not even the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror's fine. Then I was like, okay, perfect. But it was, I have to say, personally, can I say the conversation that happened?
Yeah.
I thought it was, first off, like the most mature and also the biggest sign of growth and healthy communication, because I came out and was like, when I saw the mirror, I was massively relieved. The building didn't get hit. You didn't do it like you didn't hit like the front of your car in the building.
I was really worried that like I had shattered the plastic of the garbage container. Honestly, that's what I was
Dude,
most
that's
worried
such
about.
an easy. That would have been $100.
It still
that would have been the easiest.
Horrible. You know?
But that's so interesting that like that's what you would have felt bad about. And when I saw it, I was like, fuck, because she was like, hey, I'm going to take and put that trash can away. I was like, no, just leave it there. And that conversation happened like 15 minutes before the hitting of the trash can.
Right.
And so then what did you said?
I was all like, damn it, this is why I don't move my car.
Yeah, because I had told her to move her car because she was like going back and forth through our parking lot. And she said that. And then I was already like, fuck, you're right. I should have been like, hey, we should move the trash can. And when she said that, like, I was like, oh, fuck. And then you instantly was like, no, I didn't mean that. Like, I don't mean it to be
I was
a
like,
thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't want that. I didn't want that to make you feel bad, by the way. I'm not blaming you for what happened.
And also you were laughing at the fact that you were like, this is so fucked up and funny, because we'd had so many things that were just going wrong.
Yeah.
And then the things that were going wrong, we were just laughing at.
Yeah, totally.
Because it was like, this was the most Reno send-off, because like, if you've been around for a minute, you know we went through so much shit, like opening the studio and keeping it open.
Yep.
And like and it's so interesting because like our clients are amazing. Like the individuals that come in, that help us, that support us, that like spend their money with us, their hard-earned money, it goes to us
just to support us.
Yeah,
like just to make sure that like our business will stay alive and that like our message stays alive.
And the people that show up to the shop and they post about us and they share us with people. So it's like a really hard thing because like, to me, I very much see like the people of Reno that like are like, our people of Reno are not part of when I'm like Reno bashing and I'm like, this fucking place. But it's like, all of these like beautiful, amazing souls live in this like shithole of a place where things just like fucking go wrong. And it like, all you can do is laugh, because it was like, you instantly laugh. So then I was like, okay, I'm allowed to laugh.
Absolutely.
But it was such a beautiful moment that your,
like, oh no.
Yeah, that your go-to response, I feel like, is a completely normal thing, which is to deflect in that moment.
Yes.
And then instantly you came back and were like, I don't mean that. And it was so quick that like it gave me the time to be like, this is not your, like, that was an accident. Totally. And also it is funny because you woke up this morning and I was so afraid. And to be completely clear, I was terrified Caboose was going to crash his truck.
Totally.
And not like, I knew no one would get hurt, but I was just like, oh no, one of our cars is going to get totaled, so we won't be able to sell it properly.
Exactly.
I was like, we're not gonna be able to sell it. And I was like, and his truck is, has the most like debt and also the most like value to it.
Oh, for sure. The
so
newest
I was like,
vehicle
oh my God.
out of all three of us.
Yeah. I was like, that's it.
Too.
So when you hit and then you started laughing, and I was like, this is the healthiest way in which to deal with something that was stressful and also just awful, and like added more stuff to your plate. Well, I mean, technically Caboose's plate right now. He's already looking at like the things. He doesn't care. He's excited. But like, yeah, it was like this moment of like really seeing like your growth, because like, I don't know if it happened internally, but the way you were just like laughing it off was such a beautiful thing to watch you not be like, oh my God, I'm a sack of shit.
Thank you.
And I was like, man, that is so like emotionally intelligent. And then I was just really happy that, like, I mean, I knew you weren't going fast enough to like harm yourself. Yeah. But I was worried for like the emotional harm that was going to happen of you being like, I'm dumb. Why did I do that? And so the fact that you diffused by saying that, but then instantly was like, wait, that's not it. And then I was thinking about, wow, we have beautiful communication, but also how much work you've done to not then blame yourself, but to just be like, This is hilarious.
Brother,
because
you.
everything that's going wrong, and it really did feel like that.
That's how I feel like me a year ago,
Yes.
would have also been incredibly upset at myself for not running demos on the pastries. Like
I didn't even think about that,
dude.
either.
Yeah,
there was so much stuff that just went wrong.
Well, yeah, because I mean, not only
and also you weren't gonna do the pastries. I was doing the pastries.
That's fine.
So, but I'm saying like that's also probably why you didn't run demos,
right.
and you figured it out on the fly because they were delicious.
That's true. I did figure it out, and they did turn out good. So work, bitch. And you know what? I got it done on time.
Yep. Oh,
fuckers.
I forgot the one last. Oh, yeah, you figured it out and got it done on time. And the one last thing that I'd thought that morning, because I knew that we were having cupcakes at the shop, and I was like, hey, don't travel with those cupcakes. They're going to fall inside of your car that you just listed.
Yeah.
And like, that was what I personally thought was really comical is you had just listed your car, or technically Caboose is listing it.
Yeah.
But that morning Caboose listed our vehicles.
Yep. And then
that happened. And I was like, this is comically bad. So I'll just start with the cupcake part. Was that morning I was like, okay, there's inevitably going to be leftovers because we always have like one or two just because people don't want to grab the last one. Minus Mai's stuff. Hers, the whole thing went.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like knew. I was like, don't put these cupcakes in your car. And then I put them in my car, heavily secured them, got all the way home after the event. And I had them, it sounds weird, but you're just carrying shit home. So they were in the same like container as the cheese. Got all the way to the house, went to pick up the container. The whole thing drops.
Yep.
All on the fucking floor of my car and on like the side of it. And FYI, those cupcakes, they were good. They were good cupcakes.
Bomb.
They crushed.
Oh my God. They were delicious.
What was her name?
Rez Cakes.
Yeah, Rez Cakes.
Rez Cakes.
At Rez Cakes.
On Instagram.
Great cupcakes.
Amazing.
So then, and I was, obviously during the event, there's a lot of emotions. We'll get into that. But you're not thinking about that. You're not getting to eat. And so I had like the little bite when you were testing the cupcakes that I was like, oh shit, this is a good cupcake.
Oh,
and I was so looking forward. I was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to play Animal Crossing. I'm going to fucking have a drink. And I'm going to enjoy a fucking cupcake. And then I just dropped them all over the cheese. The cheese in which I was also looking forward to, like, eating.
Yep.
And instead, you got cupcake all over it. Like, icing everywhere.
Shit happens, bro.
Yeah. And it was good icing. So then I was like, well, now you don't even get to enjoy icing. Because I did eat one piece of cheese that also had icing. They don't mix.
They were bad.
Yeah, it was not good. I was like, maybe it'll actually be good. And
I'm
then
very
it was
grateful
not
that we had to, that we ate the first cupcake together.
Yeah.
Because that cupcake was so
it
fucking bomb.
hit.
That shit was so good.
But, so if you're Merino, that's your cupcake girl. But yeah, so like all the things that I was worried about that morning, and I don't like to say them out loud in the morning because then I'm like, oh, then it's gonna happen.
Right. You're kind of hoping too that you're not getting into other people's heads.
Yeah,
about it,
exactly.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just like, I don't know, just a scary thought and not a premonition. And then it ended up being a premonition.
Then it's premonition. But all of them in like really silly ways because most of the cupcake fell onto our scrapbook, which we'll get into in just a second. But I guess the only thing that I have to say is that I didn't get to sublimate all the mugs I wanted to. However, I will get into like the mushy gushy part real fast. Watching people's reactions to our like cups and our artwork and just like, it was beautiful.
I made so many people cry.
Yeah, you cried. You made so many people cry. I didn't cry once. But and not like out of a point of pride. I just like
spider effect too. Could have been the spider effect.
Well, I mean, we did talk about it, about the fact that, like, because I'm designated as the strong one, and in all honesty, like, you are about the only person that's actually comfortable with me crying. Otherwise, like, every other person...
Hey, oh my God, hit the deck! Oh, it's an emergency! Yeah.
And it's, like, really interesting because people are like, no, I'm totally fine with you crying. And then when I cry... everyone freaks the fuck out. They either like basically stonewall, so they ice me out and like don't know what to say, and then they get real fucking weird. They give me the silent treatment, or they just freak the fuck out because they're like, I don't know what to do, and they start panicking. So I knew going into that I was like, this is not your moment to cry. So like you can cry, and then it's funny because then like I can be like, yeah. And then I can be like, stop crying. We're taking pictures.
It was hilarious.
And then I will add one more thing. Oh, wait. 2 things.
Yes.
So the other thing that went wrong with me.
Yes, we need to talk about that.
Besides the fact that halfway through tying 178 balloons, I got a horrible blister, and then I had to figure out how to tie them differently.
Ouch.
But also, thank God for Friends, because I was just disassociating from my body watching Friends tying balloons and hanging balloons. Also, thank God for my fucking husband, who like will put up the balloons because he's got like much stronger fingers. So pushing a thumbtack into the ceiling, much better. But then the other thing that happened is the reason that like the Barbie box looks good is because we tend to touch up the Barbie, or I touch up the Barbie box every time we put it up because inevitably it's all made out of like plywood. And so when you lay it down, when you move it, things get scratched, scuffed. Also, people are just kind of like rough with it, that's a whole other statement that makes me really sad that people like don't respect other people's items. It actually got broken that like I now need to fix it, but one day it'll be made out of like metal or plexiglass and people won't be able to break it. That's my long-term goal. But yeah, so I went to go paint it, and the like roller paint that we use it's like comes in a little bottle. It got clogged up. I did not know that you can somehow pressurize, and I don't know if it's because of the altitude, because it went to Portland and then like back down and then back up to Reno.
Dude,
what the fuck happened? But I was like, man, this is not like really working. I went to go unscrew it, and the whole lid just like comes off and shoots all over the fucking your booth, your tool chest, the wall. And let me be clear, mine is the pink side of the fucking room. So if it had shot on my side, not a big deal. But pink on fucking green shows a lot. And then it's all over the tile, which means it's also in the grout. So then I spent about like, I literally called her, which I never do, to be like, when you come, I might need acetone. And I'm already running an hour and a half over what I'd planned on.
Totally.
Because I had planned on getting back home at noon.
Dude, yeah. That's how I felt too. I was like, dude, I had a feeling too, and I didn't want it to be a premonition, but I was like, this is going to take a lot longer than any of us would have predicted.
Yeah.
So like, you just need to be really careful, like, which is hard when you have ADHD to like, be like, you need to stay on task.
Yeah.
You do not have a second to text anybody. You do not have a second to fucking just chill on your phone. And that's the thing is like timing my shower down to like 10 minutes and being able to get my shower done.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you really fast. Ahead. Because if they just watched us on the video, they just watched me spaz the fuck out because I saw movement over here, but it was your hands reflecting in the note box. So people just watched me go, okay. Yeah, having to time your fucking shower.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And being like, you literally only have 10 minutes for the shower. Make it count, bitch. Like, you better fucking make it count. Because I had dyed my hair that morning, too. So I'm like, no, you have to take an everything shower.
Yep.
Which, holy fuck. So I got it done in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Ow.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely just sprayed this shit. I had taken a shower the night before, but I always like take a shower right before an event because that's when I like get into it. Like, it's like a meditative thing.
Totally.
And I just had to come home and spray myself. Yep. Oh, no, I didn't do it at home. I didn't have time at home. I did it at the we have the spray deodorant. Yep. I did it in the bathroom at work. In
the shop, yeah. Well, I had like still even like cutting time on my shower, being like, okay, shit, I have to go to the shop right now. And I had to make the decision, do you do your makeup right now or do you go to the shop? And I had to go to the shop because that's when our caterer drop-off time was.
And I was just then like getting ready to come home, but I wasn't even ready to come home yet.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
so much
it was a
happened.
fucking wreck, which is also all of it summed up the most Reno fucking way to say goodbye to our business.
Totally.
This day that is supposed to be like for us to like
cathartic and special and our send off.
Instead felt like the most Reno exit where so many things went just enough wrong.
We're just screaming
to fuck you up.
Yeah, it was enough. And I told people at the party too, I'm like, I've had enough adrenaline run through my system today that it's like prevented me from really feeling my feelings. But I'm sure I'll cry within the next hour. We'll see. It's still kind of high. And I did. But that's how crazy our day was. I didn't even have time to like be like, oh my God, it really is our goodbye party. There was just so much fucking shit going wrong that we just had to keep on rolling.
Yes.
Holy crap, bro. God.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. I think we should save the scrapbook for a different episode.
Okay, sure.
But do you want to?
I do want to go through the notes.
Okay, so let me, because people might not have been at the grand closing.
Yes, please show them. Talk about it.
Also, wait, I want to add one more thing in. Apparently right now is the time when everyone found out that I'd opened another shop. And not everyone, but people have found out that I opened another shop.
God, for real.
Because as we were prepping for the party, multiple people, like previous clients of mine, came in the shop, which thank you so much.
Who is telling people that Lou is at CaliLou's now? Someone's out there.
Well, they don't even know my new name.
No,
either.
It's always Gaia. But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's exactly what happened on my face. Yeah, it's very weird.
Someone's out there finally fucking saying that, like, yeah, Lou's at a new shop.
I wonder if they're saying that because they know I'm leaving, so they're like, oh.
It's more trifling.
Yeah, it's more trifling.
Thanks, guys.
But I did have someone come in, and I just want to say that this is not the correct thing to say to someone. So it's not that I'm trying to like shame that person. I doubt he'll ever hear this, but I was, prepping, like cutting the banner out. So, cause we did the Barbie banner from the movie about like, going to the real world and getting cellulite. Because when I saw that banner, I was like, one day I'm going to have that banner. I didn't even know.
Hilarious banner.
Didn't know at that point we were going to open CaliLou's. Didn't know. I just knew that I saw that banner. I was like, one day I'm going to have that banner because that's fucking funny as shit.
Yep.
And I do have that banner. Not to the quality in which I would like, but it's a good first version. It's a little bit like the Barbie box. 1.0 did its job.
That was so cute.
But now I look back and it's cringy.
That's how I feel about our social media. So that's
exactly.
Okay.
Well, and I feel like if you're like Trixie talks about like going back to and like watching season 1 and it's like,
or looking at her old makeup videos.
Yes.
Like, what was I thinking?
Exactly. And that's how I feel. And I knew that when we hung up that banner that I was like, this is the best we can do right now with what we have. We don't have the professional printer that we will one day have. But I was cutting the edges off because I don't want white edges on my banner. And this person came in and he was like, hey, I found my girl. And I was like, because of course, like clients, unless they're like current or like have been a long time client, they kind of will just merge together.
I'm not your anything. That's how I feel about him.
I see, and I'm not bothered by that because he's very much like very Southern coded that like I'm not bothered by you calling me your girl or like any of that, like doll,
that
baby, any of that. Because I understand the cultural context in which that's said.
Different.
And I also think that tone does a lot. And it was meant as excitement and not done as like a
thank God. That's weird,
but then roasting. I'm, in the middle, and let me be clear. I understand us leaving has a lot of emotions for people. But like we're doing a lot of emotional labor for people. Excuse me. I'm still battling that fucking flu that I had, by the way.
People saw me in my thing like that. So,
but he said that and, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm about to tell this person, no, I'm leaving. Like I'm literally prepping for my grand closing. And I had said that to him. I was like, you did. And also I'm actually in the middle because the shop was a mess full of balloons all over the floor. I was like, I'm prepping for our grand closing tomorrow. And he said what I do not think was meant to be insulting, but as somebody who is so proud of what they've built, I'm not actually sure there was a more insulting thing you could say, which was when I said, oh no, we're prepping for our grand closing tomorrow. Like, I'm so sorry. He said, what? It didn't work out? And yeah, you can say your piece.
Oh my fucking God. No. First of all, the audacity to fucking say that to someone. Second of all, no.
And again, I understand that
you don't say that to people.
Yeah, it probably was not meant in the in a derogatory sense, but I also don't necessarily know how to take it other than
it very much
failed.
It feels like, oh, but like that I was joking. Okay, then explain to me the joke. Explain to me how you think that's funny.
Well, I'm sure if I called him out, that would have been the response. But it was one of those that like I thought in that moment where I was like, I don't think that people say that to men.
No.
Where it's like, oh, so you failed?
It's so giving Schrodinger's douchebag. He gets to decide whether or not it was insulting or not. That's what it's giving.
It felt very, like, it was And like, as somebody who has like, arguably, once again, maybe we're not the richest business, but again, money is not how we determine our
success.
value of like, the business and our success level. But if you're listening to this and you're a fucking client, or you're listening to this because you love us, or you're hate listening, that's fine too. Thank you. A listen, still a listen. But it felt like it didn't feel like insulting to me. It felt insulting to every single person. I feel like I'm about to cry about this, that has supported us and been there. And like we haven't given this everything we could possibly give.
Dude, oh my God.
And then our clients did not come in and help us save our fucking business, that you're just going to be like, oh, it didn't work out. Like, we would just give up so easily. Not that we had to move, because my safety and your safety is in danger. And that, like, because I'm not stupid and know that there is a more than like positive chance that we are going to end up in a recession. And I guess I'll talk about that really fast, because we've talked about that.
Absolutely.
I knew that I've already worked through a recession. I've already like had a business through a recession. And I did not want to put the pressure on our clients again so soon for all these people that help keep us alive, to be like, hey, you once again are also going to be struggling, and you're going to watch us die out, because we are a luxury item. We are an expendable income item.
The tattoo shops are the first
when
thing
you can't pay your bills, you're not getting tattoos. And I knew that like, if we do go into recession in the United States, which is what a lot of economists are predicting, then our clients would feel the need to give us money, to be patrons to our business, to keep us alive. And I did not want to carry that, my own safety, your safety, but I didn't want to put that pressure on our clients. So when we made the decision to leave sooner rather than later, there was a part of it that was us being like, hey, I think this is the US kicking us out. But also a large part of me that was like, I don't want to put that pressure on our clients. So for someone to so callously, like, just without even thinking about like, oh, it didn't work out, like, you're insulting my intelligence and my like willingness to do anything for my business, because my business is my child. Like, it really felt to me that if I was like, oh no, I'm leaving, they would be like, oh, so you just like let it die? You just didn't do good enough? And all the people that are CaliLou's, because at the end of the day, yes, the business is named after us. It is, CaliLou's is all of us. It is every single person that is donated, that is shared, that is supported. It is, when we talk about community, it's all of that. And like, when he said that to me, I was like, ooh, do not pop off on this person right now. But like, it
got too
really,
much to do right now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't got time. I'm prepping. I'm like, and I'm doing this party because like, to be completely honest, the party isn't for us. The party is because I wanted to be able to see like people, like I wanted people to be able to say bye to the shop last time.
We wanted to give people closure.
Yeah.
Because like, after putting so much love and effort into our business and having our clients do the same exact thing, it just didn't seem fair to just leave. Yeah. You know?
Like, that felt gross to me, to be like, okay, bye, we're just leaving, but you guys don't get to like, that's why like at the party, I was like, do you want to take a picture with me? Can I take a picture with you?
Absolutely.
Because I wanted to have these moments, which I guess leads us to the very last part, which is that we have, that was so loud. I'm so sorry if I just blew out your speaker. We have a box here. It's technically our box for masks. Because, you know, we now wear masks at the shop because I'm paranoid of getting sick after the flu.
100%.
And we are not going to go through every one of these notes because I am gonna fucking sob. So we're going to pick just a couple. And you had this great idea, so I'll let you tell it.
What great idea? For having the notes? Okay.
Yeah. Mine is the voicemail.
Minus the voicemail, yes.
Mine is the voicemail.
Yours, yes, sorry.
Yours is.
That's what I meant, sorry.
Okay.
So I made a scrapbook of the shop, just like our whole journey. And I was like, you know what? I want people to have activities to do and I want them to properly say goodbye.
Which we will do a full breakdown of that scrapbook.
Totally.
So I haven't looked at it because I'm going to cry.
And I wanted people to be able to write and leave notes, kind of like, you know, how people, again, like sign yearbooks and stuff. I wanted people to be able to write goodbye notes so that way that could be added to the shop scrapbook later. And the reason why I started crying when you were talking about people is because, like, one of the things that I said in the scrapbook was, like, thank you for, like, proving to us that, like, as queer people of color and females, that we not only belonged in this industry, but that we could thrive together. And that's why CaliLou's means so much to us and our clients, because, like, we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. So I'm already sobbing. Let's read some notes.
Yes. Okay, wait. There was one in here. I shook it up. There was one
that you really wanted to read.
I did. I fucked it up.
It's okay.
Dude, I
Here,
shook it.
I'll
Where's
read
it
the
at?
first one while you look. So I'm just going to do a random note.
I'm only excited. You know what? I'm just going to state it. I don't need to read it right now.
That's fine.
But I'm obsessed with Animal Crossing currently. I've officially become like a gamer person. I fell asleep with a controller in my hand, woke back up after the event, played some more, fell back asleep. And then woke up again and was like, you're not staying awake. Turn the fucking game off. Make sure you save it.
Dude, I slept for 15 hours. I hibernated afterwards.
But yeah, and like one of our clients added their gamer tag. Like, is it what gamer tag?
Friend code.
Friend code. Yeah, whatever. Added that on there. And I was like, what is this number? And then you explained it was a friend code for Animal Crossing. And I got so excited. But now I've shook it up to make it completely random. And so I don't know where it's at. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
But it's on there. And I just wanted to point that out to be like, I'm so excited.
We're so excited to play Animal Crossing.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this is the first one. I'm going to read their name. I feel like that's fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm so going to miss you. I can't even talk. I'm so going to miss both of you so much. Thank you for creating a safe space and amazing tattoos. Love, Ty.
Oh.
I love you. Thank you so much.
I don't know if I can read these.
You got
what if
it,
I can't
bro.
read their hand? Oh. Okay. Callie, thank you for always being a friendly face when I came in. Lou, thank you for killing my leg tattoos and being amazing to both of you for being a safe place. Love always, Edie. Not Eddie, it's Edie. I'm really proud of myself for like, I have to not cry so I can read. I don't know how you can fucking cry and it's not fuzzy.
Okay. Thanks so much for my favorite tattoo. It had healed amazingly. Also, thanks for making me feel so comfortable the whole time. I will miss this wonderful place and you awesome ladies. I wish prosperity and safe travels for you both. Zach and Patience. We will miss you.
Oh, I love Zach.
They're so sweet. I'm
convinced that Patience is a tattoo artist every time.
She looks like a tattoo artist.
Yes. I'm like, oh, you're a tattoo artist for sure. Okay. This one has the name up top, so I love it. This one's also nice.
Face.
Yeah, we got a smiley face and a date, which also...
Thank you for
it's the date up top, the name on the other arch, which makes me so happy. So this is from Vic. I loved your shop. You provided such a safe and welcoming space. Good luck in NZ.
Oh.
And thank you, for Vic, for giving me a nice, easy note.
I love a date and a name.
Let's do two more before there's so much.
We might just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, also a date and a name. Period.
Yes.
Thank you, Emily. Love you. What an era. I've gotten to know you and get tattooed by you for almost 3 years. To think it all started before I even moved here. I know you guys will crush it in New Zealand. I can't wait to see what you get up to there, and I'll be rooting for you from here and following your adventures on Insta. I'll miss you. Thank you. Thank you, Emily.
It's just going to be footage of me with the biggest frowny face. Just... Okay. I got this.
I know. You totally got it. You got it.
Lou and Callista. And Caboose.
Oh.
Congratulations on taking this huge step on what will be a wonderful journey. I like that we're like, our voices are just cracking up here. I can't think of better people who deserve this. You always deserve the best things in life. Love, Alex.
Oh, thank you so
It's,
much.
you know what's really cute about that is Cabooses' little jujitsu boyfriend.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
And Caboose had told me how he was really sad to like have to say bye to Alex.
I know, right? Bro, oh my God.
I also like the difference that I'm like slightly misty-eyed, but nothing's like left, and you are just wet.
It's just completely
Okay,
wet.
seriously, I cannot go through all of these. I'm gonna die. My heart hurts.
I want one
so
more.
much.
I'm gonna do one more. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this one. Okay. Oh my God.
Wait, we'll do 2 more because
Okay.
I just grabbed 3 by accident.
Okay, that's fine. All right. This is like rotating. I'm so sad to see you guys go, and you will be so missed. Cal gave me my first and favorite tattoo, and I will forever be in love with my rat tarot card heart.
Oh, that's such a good tattoo.
It was so fun to do.
It's also such a fun sticker.
Thank you so much.
Available on our website.
Make sure you let us know when you guys come to visit. Heart. Can't wait to see y'all again. Liam. Thank you, Liam.
Oh. Okay.
You got it.
Yes. I love this is great. So this is from a couple that I tattooed. It's got 3 hearts and it says, "So happy for this chapter of y'all." Or for y'all. We love our ink and we'll come visit you. I'm terrible at reading. For more
There we
in
go.
NZ, Emily and Robert.
Thank you.
And I also love them. And she looks so fierce. She had this like stripy dress, which is like the long stripy dress version of my favorite,
Fierce.
like white and black stripy dress.
Fierce.
It's the same exact fabric. And I was absolutely just looking at it like, I want that version because I have the skater dress version. And I at one point had the halter top version.
Oh, period.
Yeah. So, and okay, wait, I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to break up
Absolutely.
the sadness really fast. This is to clients, but also to tattoo artists. Do events when you're not just stabbing your clients.
Please.
Because it is amazing to see these people outside of the time in which you are harming them.
That's what I used to say too. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I don't have to like hurt you to hang out now.
Well,
Look at us. We're
and
just
I think
hanging.
for me, it was so cool. Like, I love events, not just because we get to like talk and hang out in like a non-pressure situation, but I really like Emily's outfit reminding me of that, where it was so cool to see her not, because like she's always in practical tattoo clothes.
Yep.
And like to be able to see people in the different like renditions of themselves.
Yes.
And like hair is done, and like to be able to see your clients in like the full spectrum that is them is such a beautiful, amazing experience.
That looks so good.
And it was like, so it's so much fun to just see people coming in and being like, wow, I get to see you when you're not like in tattoo clothes.
Yep.
And that's what that made me think of.
So
And also they're such a cute couple.
work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck you up on this
My
last,
last
one.
one.
I know who the last person is. I can see that name.
No,
You
it is
see
going to make me cry. Okay. Thank you for making me feel safe while getting tattooed. I have gotten on a personal level and love and appreciate you both. Amelia. Thank you, Amelia. I love tattooing you. Thanks for getting the coolest tattoos ever.
Okay, so this is actually really fitting. The last heart we're gonna read. And FYI, if you want us to read the rest of them, request just fucking
We can also do it on our
comment.
scrapbook
Yeah,
episode. It'll be
comment below, and we'll read the rest of them. And you guys just get to listen to
Us
two
crying.
people cry while reading notes. If you're like, hey, that's my jam. I just want to hear you cry. But our last person is actually the last person that is getting tattooed in the shop. And I'm already crying. And I don't know if we talked about it on the like previous episodes about when we went to Disney, but his name is Ian, and he is a client and friend, because that's what happens when you're a tattoo artist, is that most of your friends, you start those friendships through like them being your client, because you spend a lot of time working.
And you also just don't socialize a lot.
Yeah. Well, so just to like give us a little bit of like an excuse, is that if you were a tattoo artist, you probably do not socialize outside of your job, because your job is a lot of socializing.
It really is. Yes.
So these are the people you spend the most time with. And Ian came to the shop after his wife passed away. And him and I built this like beautiful connection, and you guys built a beautiful connection. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm so sorry. You're just watching me ugly cry through this. And so the fact that his is the last note that we're going to read right now. But again, if you want us to read more and you just want to listen to me cry, absolutely. And he is the last tattoo we're doing at CaliLou's. And when we pulled his name, I thought it was the most fitting thing because it felt like the entirety of like what CaliLou's was, where it was about building community in a safe space. And like really
being there for each other.
Yeah.
During like the
talk more
hardest
for a
times.
second.
Absolutely. It's been such a beautiful journey, like being here for each other, not only for our clients during their darkest hours, but them showing up for us in our darkest as well.
Because I think I've talked about it before, where like we were in the process of losing Waffles, and I had thought about, like, he had come in with such this vulnerable grief about, like, just the most catastrophic, like, loss you can have of your partner. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's really easy to, like, do comparative grief where you think, I did not know this is where this episode was going to go. So if you didn't sign up for sadness, I'm so sorry. But in that moment of like us just connecting over the fact that like he could have very easily, when I was like, yeah, like I'm in the process of like losing my child. Mm-hmm. And he was the person that gave me like so much, and like lots of people did, but because you just gave me so much like just love and compassion, and like really in a moment where he could have done comparative grief of like, well, mine is worse because I lost my partner and the mother to my children. He didn't do that. He absolutely, I'm aware that if he's listening to this, he's probably crying.
Ian, if you're driving, please pull over and be safe.
But he absolutely just was like, look, grief is grief. Mm-hmm. And it was such a moment for me to be like, you're right. Like, this is a loss that I will carry for the rest of my life, just as he will carry his, and we will honor our loved ones. But it was truly one of those things that, like, if it wasn't for the fact that he got tattooed, I would have never met this, like, person that has truly become, like, one of my favorite human beings on earth. And I can say that about a lot of our clients, because first off, there's a lot of human beings and, like, the connections you have. But this is someone that I, like, text and send memes to and, like, message really frequently. So when he was the person that was our last tattoo, it felt so, like, full circle of, like, when we said, hey, we're going to open the shop and we want to create a safe space. And for, like, not to, like, completely gender it, but for a man to come into the shop being, and, you know, a straight man at that, into a Barbie-themed pink tattoo shop. And then, like, I guess the theme of all of these notes is creating a safe space. Like, it really feels like that's what we had hoped for, but like that's what happened. So yeah, there's a note.
We haven't even started reading it.
Okay. Whew, okay.
You got it.
Cal and Lou, I like that he also did it in the correct order. It's been a fast year with you two. I really can't tell you how much you have come to mean to me this past year. You are both such amazing and beautiful people. Our sessions have been so healing. Love, Ian.
Oh.
And same. Fucking,
ditto.
Yeah, ditto. Like,
thank you for coming into the studio. You're such a bright fucking light. And being so authentic and so vulnerable. And yeah, I can't believe, like, I was afraid of opening a Barbie-themed tattoo shop because I was like, are my male clients not going to like it? You know, this is my baby. And what if, like, it's just too much for them? But just to see all of them respond so well.
Yeah.
This has been so awesome. So,
yeah, because fuck the patriarchy. There are so many good men in this world that are actively, just like us, trying to dismantle the patriarchy.
Yes, that deserve better and do better. So thank you for being one of them, Ian. We appreciate you.
And I am so excited to tattoo you. Hopefully not for last time, because I will see you and the boys in New Zealand.
Absolutely.
And I really hope that anyone else, because, I'm going to end us on a slightly funny note, because I heard that you were going around threatening people.
I was, yes. Did you hear that from somebody else?
I heard that from multiple people.
You better.
That you were threatening people. So you want to explain to the fucking people that weren't there?
I told them, I was like, if I find out you were in New Zealand and you did say hi to us, I'm going to hunt you down.
Yes. Which then I would respond, and I'm not actually, now that I think about it, not actually sure that it's less threatening. I think it's less. I think it's just more like clear that I was like, well, here's the thing. Hamilton is incredibly centrally located, and you're going to land in Auckland. I basically just tismed out. I realize that now saying that. I'm like, you're going to land in Auckland because those are the cheapest flights. So if you want to go anywhere south of Auckland, you're going to have to come through Hamilton, which means you have to come by the shop.
Period.
And I'm not actually, I think it's a little less threatening and a little bit more like touch of the tism, where I'm like, well, this is a practical reason why you're going to have to visit us anyway. That being said, if you come to New Zealand, or if you're in New Zealand and you're like, hey, I don't want to get tattooed, I just want to stop by the shop, text us first to make sure you're there, because I'm sure we're going to continue to run our business in a very, like, when we're there, we're there. When we're not there, we're there.
The Barbies are there until they're not.
Exactly. So be sure to let us know. But if you want to get tattooed, absolutely send a message. But the reason I say that is because I don't want people to feel like if they come to New Zealand, they have to get tattooed. I am so happy to just hug y'all, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't have to spend money. I don't, quite frankly, care about your money.
We don't have to get tattooed.
I care about you as a person.
Just come hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just chat for a bit. We'll get a coffee if you really want to.
Exactly.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. So on that note, we have to end it with what was your win for the week? Now that I've sobbed on the internet again.
Yet again. And many times to come, as per usual. My win for the week, honestly, was even though everything was going wrong on the grand closing.
So many things.
So many things.
So much paint.
The fact that, like...
So many shattered mirrors.
I don't know. I think it's the fact that we weren't, like, turning that frustration onto ourselves. I wasn't turning on myself, basically.
Or each other.
Was my win for the week, was like knowing that amazing. Like at the end of the day, even though it's going wrong and this is not what we pictured our grand closing to look like, we pictured it as we're gonna give ourselves enough time to just casually stroll on in, and then literally everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. I am really grateful that we are stable enough within ourselves and stable enough in our relationship to have a fucking dope night.
Yeah. Oh my God. I guess I forgot to, I don't know if we included that part, that it ended up great.
It all ended up so good.
Ended up great. Like, it was amazing.
We were still writing down, like, signs by the time people
Caboose and I were peeling them off. And
Dude,
also, our clients are so kind that Caboose and I are standing behind the front desk peeling them off, because I'm like, you entertain.
Yeah, I'm like, I got you.
Also,
I'll host. I'll talk to people.
I can't talk to people at the first part anyway, because I'm really overwhelmed. And this is such an emotional time that I'm even more, like, enclosed. Mm-hmm. So you went out and handed people, and then I was like, I can't write these down. You have prettier handwriting than me, which is, I'm aware it's not actually true. Mm-hmm. It's just that I get in my head about it. It's like reading stuff where I get really weird about it. Mm-hmm.
Then I don't.
A reader. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll make it look good.
It takes less spoons for you to write stuff.
100%. I'm happy to do it. It takes me more spoons to peel the paper off of
and the paper was getting stuck, and it was so funny because clients kept coming up and being like, do you want us to help? Do you need help?
It was so sweet.
And so it is truly that, like, full communal experience where I'm like, you're supposed to just be enjoying this.
You guys enjoy it. Like,
and they're just over there like, you're struggling. Let me help you.
Yeah, it was super sweet. I love making people laugh, because someone who didn't get tattooed before was just there as, like, an emotional support friend was like, do you guys need help? I see you running around doing the signs. And I was like, no, we're good. Thank you so much. We're very stubborn.
That is true.
And he was laughing. But he, like,
and you got to serve penises to people.
Absolutely. I carried around a dish full of Rice Krispie penises, and I was like, Rice Krispie penis. Mini penis, anyone? Yes. And people got it.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
I love that.
Yeah, that was good. Win for the week?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm like processing so much stuff. I guess it's just like, oh God, we're gonna cry again. So today is currently January 20th and it's Inauguration Day. I won't state the name or anything like that, but I woke up this morning, and I could feel the pain and the fear of like everyone who feels that. So I woke up with this like oppressive, like crushing my chest kind of thing. I like that I like made it happy and then I made it sad again. And I like expressed that to you guys. Like I sent a text message to you and Caboose, even though you're literally just in 2 rooms because it's easier for me to text and not just cry at you. And I was like, hey, I don't know where I'm going to be today. I might get drunk. I might fucking try to fight you. I might self-isolate. I don't know what I'm going to be, but just know that it's because like this is a really hard day. And also I really haven't like processed the whole closing and like having the grand closing. Like
either.
This crying on the podcast is the most like
tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. I'm genuinely scared. There's easily another like 40 or plus notes in there and I'm scared about it. I still apparently struggle with kindness coming at me.
That's okay.
But yeah, just being able to be like honest and open and be like, hey, I can't be a part of selling my car. And just like, I guess expressing the fact that I have needs is probably like one of my wins. But I guess I'm also struggling because I've had so many because like, again, like I watched us like operate so well and like Caboose and I had friction day of the event and then like, but we also had like big breakthroughs as you typically do with friction.
Yes.
So like, I don't know, like I think it's just sitting in a place of like this year of the business being open has been the longest year of my life in the best way possible.
I know, right?
Like it feels like I've like hit this beautiful place of just like everything is slowed down for me to truly enjoy so many beautiful moments of my life. Because after the event, when you were asleep on the couch and Caboose was asleep and I was playing Animal Crossing and I was just like, this is your life, baby. These are the best days.
These are the best days.
Like you're going to look back and be like, man, these are the good days.
You want to know what I just realized with you saying that? I think that the reason why this was the longest and best year of our lives is because we finally spent it like not dissociating as much.
Yeah.
Because back when we worked for somebody else, for me at least, I dissociated 100%. A lot.
Yeah. I would go to work, do my tattoo, sit in that like connection with a person, but always had like this it felt like someone's always breathing over my neck. Like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I always felt like there was
a lock on my heart, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was always just like a barrier that I would have to like barrel through in order to make things work.
Well, and it felt like I always had to like be careful of what I said because someone else is going to fucking like
start drama about it.
Yeah, take it the wrong way. Like I'm forever going to spend my life being in trouble. And now I'm like, I don't know. Don't tell someone you think their business is going to fucking, like, it just didn't work out. Like, you know, like, just be careful of your words. Like, I can, like, say that.
And that's
like,
the most that we have going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most drama I have is somebody said something that hurt my feelings.
My safety wasn't, like, you know, questioned. Like,
no. And, like,
my worth was, like, not, you know, diminished. Like,
no. And I think it's, like, I think for me, it's, like, where I get to like bask in the like worth of my like the worth of every client. Like you get to like sit in like how amazing all of them are because you're not sitting in a place with other like tattoo artists that like a lot of tattoo artists have that like main character syndrome.
Totally.
So they can't be like, but this client is so amazing and so cool. And they're like, no, I'm cool because I'm the tattoo artist. And you're like, we're not curing cancer. This person is the tits. Like, and so it's being able to like celebrate each person that comes in for like the complexity of like what every person is.
Absolutely.
And like, it just feels so much like bigger in my heart. Like my heart feels full so often that, yeah. I guess that's my win. My heart feels full so often because of you guys. So, and even if you've not gotten tattooed and like you just show up or you just listen to us, because quite frankly, we're watching the numbers of like listeners go up and subscribers go up, and it's terrifying.
It's always like, oh, really?
Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm genuinely convinced it's 5 people that listen to every episode.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, and even
so,
those 5 people, I'm like so surprised by. I'm like, oh, damn. Hey.
And like when it's like 200 to 300 people, I understand that like worldwide, that's not much. But I think about
much, though.
Exactly. I think about the fact that I'm like, look, dude, this is a whole bunch of people that took time out of their lives and like listened to us, and like that's fucking crazy because there are thousands of podcasts.
Absolutely.
And there are millions and billions of people to listen to. I don't actually know the population of the world. So many people to listen to.
But you guys picked us.
And you picked us.
Thank you.
And that makes me, again, want to cry. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. The very next episode, because we're about to record it in about 3 minutes when we stop this and like change out lights and all that jazz, is going to be our hot ones. We don't know what thing we're answering. Yeah. So you guys do have to wait a week. And I'm really sorry. If you're like myself, I get really mad that I have to wait a week. I check Rachel Maddow's like podcast, knowing it comes out on Monday, but I get really angry. So maybe if we're really good, it'll come out before next Monday. And you guys will watch us do hot ones. Because in all like current time reality, it's all weird. We're about to do it in like 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm scared.
Me too. I'm not ready for this. But we'll see you guys next week. We love you so much.
Yep.
Thank you so much for all your support. If you came to the grand closing, we love you. If you didn't, we still love you.
And if you didn't come to the grand closing,
yeah.
I will include our phone number for the shop.
If you want, I think I have it listed.
There you go.
So if you want to leave a voicemail for the shop for us to have forever, we would love to have it.
And if you've already left us a note, but you want to leave us a voicemail, please do that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So our number is 775-432-1013.
Yeah, just leave a voicemail. You can say whatever you want. If you don't get to say what you want in one voicemail, just leave a second voicemail. And that way we can record all of them.
Yep.
And we have them forever, because I love notes because you get them forever. But I would also love voicemails because you get them forever.
Absolutely.
So if you got something to say and you've never met us and you're like, I just wanted to say that whatever, the cheese is green, then you can absolutely do that.
Cheese is green.
I don't know. I freaked out.
Love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye, 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 bye.
Hopefully less than a week.